Before we go to the current LA Zoo, let's check out the old Los Angeles Zoo. Working in this field, I'm always interested in zoological history. I'm glad today's zoo exhibits are much larger and more naturalistic. I guess the idea back then was to simply showcase the animals and keep them on concrete for easier cleaning. I wonder what animals once called these cages home. This original Los Angeles Zoo operated from 1912 to 1965. More recently, this location was used for the bear scene in the 2004 comedy Anchorman. If coming to the LA Zoo, I would recommend walking down Griffith Park to check out these old cages. Just don't plan on reading any signs. Kids today. We leave this old sloppy sign to today's really big modern sign, the current LA Zoo. This location opened in 1966 and is 133 acres. This is my first time here. Unfortunately, I picked a very hot day to come, but hey, it's LA. Maybe we'll see some famous people. This meerkat seems to be looking around for some. Nearby are some Chilean flamingos. We're going to get out of this sun and into the lair now. Check out this python. Looks like something I don't want to see if I ever go hiking in New Guinea. Next up is the temple viper. Looks like something I'm glad I didn't see when I was hiking in Malaysia. Next to this, the European long-nosed viper. Looks like something I don't want to see. Well, you get the picture. This snake is also called the sand viper or sand adder, and it'll eat small mammals, birds, and lizards. I'm just going to slowly go by it to the next exhibit. Here we have the Bushmaster of Africa. You always want to look down and where you're walking on a safari in Africa, as look how well that snake can camouflage itself on the ground. Here we have the Gabon viper. These snakes can hold a lot of venom, said to be only second to the king cobra to the amount of venom it can have. You keep your venom far from me, Mr. Snake. Here's the mountain viper, another deadly snake that demands our respect. And the green mamba. The green mamba actually fell out of the tree right in front of the pudding once when we were in Tanzania. The Los Angeles Zoo has quite an impressive collection of venomous snakes, where they can be appreciated by the people and studied by the zoo staff. Remember, not poisonous, but venomous. But obviously not all snakes are venomous. Look at California's own rat snake, doing its job keeping those rat populations in check. And one last animal before we leave the lair, North America's largest lizard, the Gila monster. Kinda cute, I guess. Outside we find the Garo from India. I was lucky enough to see these endangered crocodiles on my first trip to India. The Los Angeles Zoo is one of the few zoos in the United States to have them. They've had them here for the past 4 years. We go from the fish-eating crocodiles to the popcorn-eating pudding. Always snacking. Now we find ourselves in good old Australia, mate, with some western kangaroos. I always like it when the kangaroos play fight. And now we have a rhinoceros hornbill, one of my favorite birds in the world, but it's hiding pretty well up there. Speaking of big birds, we have the cassowary from New Guinea. One large and fierce bird. Pretty much if Satan had a pet bird, it would be a cassowary. Now, for an animal I hope to see someday in the wild, a gorilla. Large apes are always interesting to watch. Seems like we have two males chasing one another. That's too much work, guys, in this heat. Just settle down. That's better. Well, we'll wrap up this first half of our zoo visit with some zebras and gazelle from Africa. And the interesting babirusa, a wild swine from Indonesia. The only scar I ever got from zookeeping was from a babirusa, but I still like them. Subscribe now so you don't miss the second half of this video, and thanks for watching.